We had that, and sometimes I buy a thing of French bread, so. But my mom's easy to please, but I don't want her to feel like she can't ever tell me what she wants to eat, so.
Yeah.
Sometimes she'll tell me.
We ate at Kelly's today
All right.
and brought enough home for a whole nother meal. I had those shrimps. There are 5 shrimps, and would you believe I brought 2 of them home?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be shy with the camera.
You're shy on the camera?
Yeah, today was we're taking pictures, and I'm like, I don't want to take a picture.
I don't know if I can show this to you or not.
Kelly's, do they still have those big biscuits too?
And those
Here, come
great
around
big
here and let me
baked
show you. You
potatoes.
can look on here and see what
I
it
guess
looks
they
like.
do. Isn't that what they're kind of known for?
Oh yeah.
And then if we want to get in closer, where we
I
can
don't
see
know
really
what
what
y'all
she's
were
doing.
talking about. So,
Kelly's.
Like where the brush is actually touching.
They serve those great big biscuits
Go
there.
closer.
at Walmart?
Kelly's.
Kelly's.
Oh, at Kelly's. I don't know, for
That way
breakfast,
you
I
can see the
imagine.
technique, right?
I think they have them all the time.
Well, they brought rolls and cornbread out.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
There you go, Karen.
Pretty good, huh?
Well, the
I'll
biscuits
keep
are
it
like,
all up.
I know,
You
I
wanna have
have
a
eaten there.
triglyceride like
Yeah, so you
overkill,
can see how
Are
the
they
brush
good?
works and what kind of
overdose
technique
with
you can
biscuits
use.
and gravy.
Yeah, you see that.
Be careful now.
Yeah, yeah.
Not bad,
I haven't been, but I haven't been to Kelly's
Yeah, I haven't been.
Why?
in a long time.
because I've been on my diet and it's so fatty and I
But I
can't eat
think
all
my
of
dad
it.
used to have it.
I mean, I did go.
Why couldn't you
We
heat the
had-
biscuits and gravy up for 2 or 3
Great.
meals?
Well, I'm sure I could,
Have
but I'm trying not to eat them.
looks kind of like that.
I know.
You know, I even
I mean, I'm
stopped.
back on my diet.
My
This is
son and
little
his
street
wife
like
got a
this.
real strict diet when
It's
they
almost
came,
like this.
so I went and bought,
Or like this one.
barbecue beef, and we just had meat. I mean, they were so particular. So they wouldn't eat anything without getting out their phones and counting the calories, so I thought,
Really?
I'm not gonna try to cook for y'all, so,
Oh, really?
yeah.
I don't know, how could you count the calories at Kelly's? Buttered corn,
Yeah. I just don't know that, Ricky.
fried fish, fried shrimp.
Oh man, I knew that I couldn't go on my diet before Sunday because I went to a retirement at the Taste of Texas.
Oh,
Have you been there?
no, but that is a very expensive restaurant.
Well, Exxon paid for it, so,
Wow.
you know, but I had a $50 steak. It was $49 and something, a 16-ounce New York strip. I'd never been there before, so I didn't know what to
You
expect.
paid $49 for
I
your meal?
didn't. Exxon did.
Oh, Exxon.
It was a
Wow.
retirement dinner, but you know, I saw these people come out with these big old bags and all that. I'm like, good gosh, you know, that's a lot of stuff. So I went and I had this thing was this big. I ate just the edges off. I had this much left over, and Gunnar and I had it the next night. Had a sweet potato this big and 5 shrimp, and then they had the appetizers, and I had some appetizers, so I took on almost all my sweet potato, 3 shrimp, some appetizers, and then they said, well, you need to get the chocolate cake. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'll get the chocolate cake. I am not kidding y'all. It was in a thing this big. It was 5 layers with icing this thick in between, this big. It probably weighed about a pound.
Oh my gosh.
So I gave some to my mom, some to Gunnar, he ate just the icing. Our friend Bobby and me, and we just, I mean, it lasted 3 days.
Is there just one of those restaurants or?
Yes,
Okay, well, the guy that owns Taste of Texas,
Ed Hindy.
he is good friends with Brother Chuck Snyder at Sagebond.
Yes, yes. He's on 700, The Voice.
Okay.
He's very,
Okay.
very conservative.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and he has a morning talk show. He's on it for 35 years, and it is awesome. And I
Wow.
told James, I said,
It
"I'll
doesn't
come
make
down."
me any difference. Hang on a second.
Is he like on Sirius?
Whatever's the
or-
best for you.
No,
For me, it's,
AM
totally
700,
open.
The Voice. The Voice of Texas. AM
Okay.
700.
IAH. Well, I think that's the only airport I can catch the flight out of, isn't it? Or no?
Anyway, so it's, oh gosh, it's so good.
Yeah, Steve and Billy, they've been there and it
Okay,
is wonderful.
well, most
It
likely
is, it was
IAH.
well,
very
I came out
catch
with,
the flight out of.
it was probably,
Hobby's actually closer, but I'm not
three
sure it's
things.
like 10 minutes or 15
My back
minutes
was that
closer,
tall.
you know?
Wow.
it was very good
I
though.
tell you, next month in April, our staff, of course, we have to pay for our own, but once a month, the staff goes to lunch together and has our staff meeting at the restaurant after we eat.
That's a whole
It's
week.
not
Where are you
secret.
going?
Put up with me for
We're
a
gonna
whole
go to
week?
Cullen's. Have you ever tried eating there?
Tony's,
Cullen's.
Collins.
It's
No.
on Space
All
Center.
right.
what you call it?
I'd
Cullen's.
love to do that.
No, I haven't.
It's an expensive restaurant.
Yeah,
But you know who eats there all the time? That is Roger Clemens.
really.
Yeah. I don't know what his connection is to him.
Getting a free meal.
I think so. I think he probably does just to make, just to show off.
You see here it says justice.
Pretty.
Free meal.
Then I got the
Okay.
zippers on this.
You know what? Your bird's very nice. He sure is.
Her
Okay.
brother.
Her bird.
Oh,
Sounds good. Roswell, huh? So, 225 at AAH and then 550 at Roswell. That sounds good.
So
And that's on Wednesday?
I want next one. I want to draw this one,
Okay.
or I don't know.
So you're gonna
Okay.
stick with the birds for a while, huh? I always thought birds were kind
That
of
sounds
hard to
great.
start on, but
The return date doesn't really matter.
I don't know,
but
right,
do you know what it is?
I already did this
Nice.
one. I did this one
Okay.
and
Leslie does.
this one,
Yeah, pretty.
and then I don't know.
Okay.
I was thinking of it, doing this.
Well, Pastor, that sounds great.
I was about thinking this one. Look, no.
So you see, they think they may have found the debris of that plane.
I've been
Yeah, I
watching
saw
on
that.
TV,
I
they're
mean-
trying to find that debris so they can actually confirm it.
Sure.
I wish they
R I
would
C
focus.
K
I know that's
E
important. that
CLARK
the horse is dead, and they need to stop
at
beating it.
hotmail.com.
I
Yeah.
think
Look
we
at
got a
this
lot
one.
more important things going on in the world than.
Well, and I think it's just that it's such a mystery.
October the
Well, I
9th,
can tell you this,
1954.
Obama's loving it. He's loving
Oh,
it.
yeah.
He can
because
do his
it's all-
NCAA brackets, he
all
can go on
that.
Ellen, he can go on
Yeah.
all these shows.
And
no
him
one's gonna
and
pay
his
attention.
wife and girls can go on another expensive vacation.
A lot of them gets
Yeah,
better
where'd they go
service.
this time?
China.
They went to China?
They went to China.
Well, how come no one's reported that?
China. Michelle and the girls went to China.
All right, thank you so much.
oh.
I wonder. A Chinese man just came up to them, and I wonder what they're gonna say.
I don't know, because I bet nobody can get close to him.
I'm gonna go to New Mexico on April the 16th, Mom.
Yeah, okay, I heard you. I thought it must be out going over there.
Roswell sounds like he's in New Mexico.
You just
What?
going for fun, or?
Area 51. Are you
Yeah.
going?
Oh, I forgot about that. I was born in Alamogordo. I think I'm an illegal alien.
No.
He thinks he's a Martian.
I can hardly believe that they had 100 people in one house with one bathroom.
Oh, Lord, right here
Can you
in
Who did that? What
a
happened?
1,500 square foot house.
Yeah,
Who is this?
it was a stash house in Houston for illegal aliens, and there was 100 people in there with one bathroom.
And when they went in there, the first room was empty.
Oh,
Or the first two rooms were empty or something, so they finally found the people in there. And they hollered for the lady and her kids, and she confessed and came out with her two kids. And then they got the people out of there. Poor people,
That's
man.
incredible.
How did they know about him?
They didn't. They was looking for the lady and stumbled across them.
I think it was, yeah, some accidental.
I don't know about this one.
Otherwise, they'd have never found them. So there's probably like 46 of those houses in Houston.
Yeah, Sagittarius.
And half of them
Well,
were,
there's a,
half of them were in Golden Acres.
there's a house down at the end of, Wynn,
Lonely Street.
yeah. Down at the end of Wynn, my house is on Wynn and Tanglebriar.
Yes.
Well, down about 3 blocks, it butts into Suter Way. And you know about that area, don't you, Karen?
Yep, that's where I used to live.
And you have to turn one way or the other. Well, if you didn't, you'd run right into this house I'm gonna tell you about.
Mm-hmm.
There's like 4 cars, or five, at least 5 out there, almost all of the time.
Mama, those people live there. Everybody's got a car and it's like,
I have a house. on
That's a
Wall
lot
Street
of
now.
adults in one house.
They're not there all day, but at night, before the night, there's 4 cars in the driveway and 2 on the street. So,
well, they're both very pretty. I'll tell you what, this one might be I think I'd paint this one.
Are you gonna do a bird?
Yeah. Like this one.
Rick, bring watercolors next time.
Cardinal is what she's
Yes, ma'am.
looking at.
You know, it'll
Oh,
be,
okay, I will. I got it all together right there in the bag, along with all the
but
other
they're
stuff.
simple, you know, watercolors are so simple.
Are they? I've never really felt that.
I mean your supplies.
Yes, ma'am, okay, that part, yeah, I got that part right.
Well, I'll let Bailey
That's
paint
nice.
watercolors this
Yeah,
weekend.
exactly.
His mom and dad had to go to Pearland, so it was just me and him. And I got out one of those great big pieces of paper and that little one of those little crank
I
sets
don't know how
and
we're gonna do
some
it.
water and a big brush.
If we're
And
gonna
that
make
little
it
guy just
this
went right
color,
to town.
how are we?
He acts like he's been doing it all the time, huh?
Well, yeah,
held
because
his
where,
brush right
where
at
the
the
white is,
very
you just leave it
end.
white, right? You don't paint, put no paint on
Of
wherever it's
course,
white,
he
just
didn't
don't put
paint
no paint
anything,
on.
but, oh, I should have brought his other little
I think I would
baby
paint
for
the
him.
red bird really, but
Well-
that would be a good one too, that's pretty.
Jeffrey took classes from me years
You just
ago.
have to learn to leave the white showing.
And,
That's
when he got through,
that's a good practice, that's
I
good
did
exercise to do that.
it was just simple for me to
Well, I
help
might do
him.
a
See, here you didn't leave the white
Clean up
showing, here you
his
painted white on there, right?
Yeah,
Well,
But
I
really
didn't
do it-
think
the
about
best-
it, but
the best
after
way to
he was
try
a
to do
little
it
older,
is to get to the
he
place where
wanted
you
to
can just
paint
leave the
something
white where
one
it
day,
needs to be.
so I
I'm
said,
gonna
sure.
try to get a book of
And I,
um,
told him where to
Flowers.
go,
Oh, okay.
where it,
You know, if you
In
can
the
look on the
painting
internet too,
room.
and look
Uh,
on Google or Bing,
and
like from
2 or 3 days later, I went in there and
learn
looked,
how to print them.
and he had
Well, that
left
could be a
dirty
problem.
brushes, just
One thing you
like.
can do is you can save them on a chip, you know, those chips that you can plug in
Rheda.
USB, you
I
can
was
save them on
so
there and take them
shocked.
over to Office Depot.
And I told
They'll
him
print 'em for
that,
you
so,
for like 10 cents or
Yeah.
something.
shh,
So I mean,
Rita.
just for an idea, you know, just for an idea, if you wanted to do that. You can save the images on a little chip like that, take it over to Office Depot and they'll print it for you.
does this look like it's in shadow now? Kinda does. That's too bright in there.
I forgot to bring him. I forgot. I don't know, but I think I forgot to bring.
I'll work here.
I went to the library and I printed some
How long have I been here?
paintings of
It was
butterflies.
6 o'clock,
And
so.
Butterflies would be nice to paint.
I'm gonna have to go
so
because
I want to
Roz
paint more.
will probably
But the
come.
problem is that they don't
Okay,
come
yeah,
out
and I
with
probably
color.
need to leave about 7.
Oh, really?
so.
Well, you know, think about what I told you, because you can look at whatever you want on the internet and save it and put it on that chip and then take it to Office Depot and they'll print it for you for like 10 cents a copy. You know?
So did you just have to tell them which picture or something?
Yeah. And they'll work with you. They're real good. They're real friendly.
Yeah. And I don't remember it saying. What did he say it was? On.
On Google or on I like to use one called Beam, but Google is.
Do you have
one-
gone to Walgreens?
No.
Walgreens, they say pictures too.
Oh, at Walgreens? Oh yeah, well you could do that at Walgreens. I mean, wherever they do it at, wherever they do it at.
They the last time mom had a picture of a butterfly, and she wanted it for my cousin because she was her birthday. She loved butterfly, so she took a picture of a butterfly when we went to Florida. It looked pretty. So she got the picture on her phone, and then she jogged it in the machine, and then the picture was ready. You just have to pay like 5 cents or something like that.
Yeah.
And if you just want to put it in the calendar, you can even put it in a calendar.
Oh wow, that sounds neat.
Or you can put it on a calendar, on a book, on whatever you want to put it.
That sounds good.
Or they can do like like the phone. They can put it on the phone too.
I'm gonna be able to do that.
Hey, now look at here.
I can do iPhone cases, iPad cases,
Cases?
towels.
Can you do vehicle wraps?
Good.
I don't wanna do vehicle wraps. And find someone to do it for you.
I can find someone to do it for me.
Yeah, no, I don't wanna do those.
But before I can get my vehicle wrapped, I have to get started.
What are you gonna do?
Tree service.
Oh, you're still doing that?
Well, not necessarily, but I bought a DVD on tree climbing, and this guy has little kids,
What do you work on?
ladies, old
What-
people,
What do I work on?
everybody climbing trees. I mean, it blew my
Yeah,
mind.
I work for my
And,
church.
yeah.
I'm a
So
bit-
climbing the trees is not the real challenge. The real challenge is getting up there with a chainsaw
Yeah.
and doing the right stuff while you're up there. But that doesn't bother me either, because really climbing the trees was the most hectic part, was getting up there. But the way that, I saw this one guy do it that I hired last year, and man, he was just so amazing, he was so good.
I know, they are amazing. I mean, if I hadn't seen it myself on my street, I wouldn't know. It's just, they're incredible. They look like just little
Little
squirrels
monkeys.
hopping up there and doing, they can handle
They
that.
swung from one tree to another one.
Yeah,
This guy, yeah, he was fun.
yeah.
All the schools.
And he had two guys on the ground when he was gonna take his one limb off, he tied that limb off, and those guys wrapped the rope twice around the trunk and was hanging on to it, because when that limb came loose, it was wanting to drop.
And they can make them fall right where they want them to.
Yeah, well, this one was hanging over the roof, so.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can do that. I can,
really?
yes, I've done it.
When you cut a limb off?
No, a tree. I had a tree fall just where I was.
Right between our house and the neighbor's house.
No, it was an L in the garage and the bedroom, and the only way I could get it to fall without it hitting something was the longest
Had to do a
distance.
diagonal.
It fell smack right in there.
Well, Mama, maybe you could be a consultant or something and.
I'll do that,
Maybe
okay.
you can climb trees for him.
I'll do that.
I like climbing trees.
Well, my tree climbing days are over.
my dad's finished with the house.
Well, I'm thinking that mine aren't, but I might be mistaken. But to tell you the truth, the way that they do it, you use your legs.
I was gonna say, Ricky, you've gotta be a little small, agile person.
No, that's not true. Earl, the guy that I bought my trailer from, the guy that my friend was living with, that she left him, and he, in the long run, sliced 2 tires on my truck, stole the trailer back. I loaned my friend my truck. He saw them and chased him down the freeway over 100 miles an hour while he was ramming my truck. And my truck has 188,000 miles in it. I don't think it's supposed to do over 100 miles an hour on the freeway. But anyway, Earl is not small.
Well, but if you're.
I mean, he is 40 or,
I mean,
so.
if you get up there and hang on a limb, you might, instead of sawing it off, it might just break off.
Dolores, what would it be like that for?
Well,
You gotta be positive.
I'm thinking of your welfare.
Well, me too. I climbed them with a ladder and got out of them with a ladder. And Jimmy, my partner, says, you almost hit that air conditioner. I'm like, Jimmy, shut up.
I was gonna ask you a question. Was it hard getting your driver's license?
Getting my driver's license?
Yeah.
They won't let me have a driver's license.
No.
No, I have seizures.
Yeah.
So they won't let me have one. But I'll tell you another good story. I left my wallet at Denny's, and I had all my ID and my social security and all my debit cards and my Texan Plus
And
card.
two $100
$100 bills and 2 blank checks for my business, and it was disappeared. So I had to get a new account for my business, get new debit cards. I have to get a new Texas ID and get a new social security card, but they won't give you a Texas ID without your social security card, and they won't give you a social security card without your ID. So I'm still working on that one. But here's what they will do. Take your birth certificate and your Texan Plus card, so as soon as I get it, I'm gonna do this. Take that,
And give
get a Texas ID.
Once they send that.
Well, you know what your social security number was,
Yeah.
don't you? So
Oh yeah, I can give that to anybody, and the only time I would ever need it would be if somebody said, we gotta see the card. That hardly ever happens. Yeah, but Texas ID will not give me my ID without my social security card. Texas Department of
Well,
Public
I'm sure
Safety.
there's a reason for that, but.
Well, they
not
don't,
helpful
he
to
did, he was
you.
surprised actually when he saw it. He was like, well, we can't give you yours without your social security card.
But then how do illegals get driver's license?
Well, I'm not in the market for an illegal driver's
I mean,
license.
I'm just saying.
Well, but you don't have to have a
People
social
aren't in this
security,
country
Karen, you don't have to have a social.
I don't
every-
know, that's
not-
a good question,
Do you know,
Karen.
when I was a kid, you could get those printed all the time. the
And they
social
do that,
security.
with today's technology, they print $100 bills. I mean, you know, they print driver's license, they print
Yeah, the
whatever.
new ones, they don't.
Well, and-
$300.
I know I had a friend that when the little guy that came and fixed my kitchen cabinets when they fell, he said he had been born in South America, but he had moved here years ago and had been in the Marines, and that he was an American citizen now, but they wouldn't give him his driver's license yet. But he's gotten them since then. But I guess because he wasn't born in America. But I don't know what the deal is when you serve in the service, if that gives you an edge or.
Yeah, you get, because of Obama and his pen, you get to be a citizen. And now, if you have a family member that is serving in the military and you are not in this country legally, you also get citizenship. He signed that within the last 2 weeks.
Well, the
Well-
one I hate the most is the people that are over here working and fill out income tax, they get to claim all their dependents back home. That doesn't make sense to me,
Yep.
because they claim 10 or 12 people,
Well, and
and
like
so they
Scott
don't pay
and
income
Heidi
tax.
couldn't claim one of the kids because they made too much. And they ended up, I mean, you know,
Well, you know that the Federal Reserve is a private bank, right?
oh, here we go.
All right,
And you know that they print money out of thin air and loan it to us.
Yeah.
yes.
And loan it, they've been doing it for
Ever
years
since
and years
1913.
and years.
Kennedy tried to stop them. Kennedy tried to print silver certificates and pull it away from them. And they didn't like that.
And that's when the Rothschilds stepped in.
I'm telling you the story now.
Okay.
Have I told you this story before?
Yes, last time I was in class.
Oh, okay. Well, I was saving it because I wanted to finish.
I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
I'm waiting,
No, that's fine.
Okay.
I got to
I
go,
understand.
be ready for,
So are you gonna go backwards here?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, you know what, I got more time, how long did I stay with you, Karen? Oh, I gotta go back to Karen,
Why?
Well, this young lady back here
because
needs
I
help
didn't
too.
stay with you long at all.
Well, you can rotate, you can spend 30 minutes each with people, and somehow that seems like a good plan too.
Well, she's thinking Roz is gonna walk in.
Well, yeah, but unless she comes late, what does she want? Like,
There's a chair right here.
Well, if Roz
Oh,
does
I
come
thought you were
in,
gonna go around this way, Miss Rheda.
Oh, no, I'm gonna go help this.
Okay.
this young lady,
Well, I gotta have a chair to sit in.
Here's one. Thank